Hey collectors, we're back here with another Figma figure, and this is number 409, and this is Kumano. I can't say her name, I got it wrong. So Kumano Kai-II, or Kumano, did I get it right? Let me know down below in the comments. So let's open up this lovely window display so you can see the figure, you can see all her parts, and I've got a feeling that this is exactly the same as number 403, which is Suzuya. I think it's going to be the exact same one. So it's going to be very interesting to see. So we may just have a look at the actual figure itself. So we can see that you've got a lovely display there. Then you've got obviously all the other parts there, the same sort of pose that she's got, the other figure's got, and then some other parts. Then you've got the two faces on the side there. You've just got her there at the top and at the bottom. Did it actually have it? Oh, it had it on the same one as well. So yeah, let's open up this bad girl and have a look inside. These are all the accessories that you get with her. They're pretty much exactly the same as the other one, which you have different hands. You have the ship, which again will have my main concerns is watch out for this. You don't want it to snap or break. You have the board, you have the stand, you have two different faces, another thing, a peg, and then obviously the figure itself. So here is the actual figure itself. I've got to admit, it's very, very cute, but I prefer the other one so much. I really like her cheery face. It's really interesting. It draws you straight to the figure itself. There we go. We've got the different hair. We've got the kind of brown. I don't know what color it is. I want to say it's kind of like a very light gray, sort of light brown. If you know what it is, let me know down below in the comments. Again, I really love her smile. Again, it brings you to the figure. As we move down to a uniform, we can see that we've got here, it's like a brown, like a very, I don't know, I want to go tweed type. It's not a tweed, but it's a very kind of light brown-esque. And then obviously we've got the red bow, we've got the shirt, we've got the butterscotch type of jumper, and again we can just see the top of the skirt. We have the joints here, and then that's it. So we can see there's some detail on the kind of, I want to say lapel, or just here, as you can see. As we come down to the lower part, we can see again very similar to the last figure. We have the kind of the jumper peaks down over here by the cuff. We've got buttons that line the actual jumper itself, and then we've got the actual full skirt. We've got cannons here, which again we're on the same one, and it's not too bad. I just think that maybe this figure could have more accessories, more things on her, but then again I'm guessing that's exactly what it is from the anime or from the game. With looking at the legs, it is a standard brown with stripes on, or kind of like the detailed basically carved into it, so it's all okay. These boots are slightly different than most. You can see that there's detail here and here, and when we look at the side, it's actually got the rudders on the back, so we're going to look at them next. Coming to the back, we can see that we've got more of the kind of lines going down the socks, the rudders. This actually is a figure that's really easy to kind of stand, rather than have to pose it for a while. But I quite like it. You can see there's some slight bumps there, which obviously look like the socks, which you can see, which is nice. Onto the back here, we can see that there is the part to add the cannons as well as the boats, so it keeps up around her bust. And then obviously then we've got the kind of the jumper that comes down here, so you can see the ruffles. You can see the ruffles in the skirt as well. It is exactly the same as the other one, so it's not a hard plastic and it's not a soft plastic. It's kind of a middle ground. We can see there's more detail on the cannons here, and then for some strange reason through the hair there's a piece of glitter that's randomly on the figure. I don't know why it is, but yeah, we can see some slight details just around here, which is fine. And then at the back, let's get rid of that glitter, you can see that there is a line down there. With the hair, it's bunched into a ponytail. It does move from side to side, so you can change it if you want. And then obviously we've got the kind of lines leading up, so it looks like the hair is kind of pulled back, and then we've got some lines there, and like that. Above here is the kind of ship. I kind of really like they've integrated the kind of like a ship into it rather than anything normal like a ribbon or something, so that's kind of really cool. Let's do the stress test. So the feet and shoes are pretty much very easy enough to do. The legs bend normally, just like that. They kind of move around, just like so. There's no kind of torso movement, maybe a tiny bit, but not as much as I've seen in other figures. The hands, oh, hair comes right off. I actually generally thought it attaches back. I generally thought that snapped off. Then I was like, what? No pressure on that at all. Kind of glad it's not. So the arms move around like so. It does. It's a bit stiff, that one. Like so. That bends as well, and then you can move the hand all around like so, and then the head can go all the way around as well if you want it to. I don't know why anyone would want to turn the head around all the time. I don't know, is that a thing in reviews? I do it all the time, but I generally don't ask, and I've just generally thought, is that a thing? So let me know down below in the comments, but this is an okay figure. Let's look at the different faces. That comes off quite easily. Didn't realize that's quite cool. Put it on like so. Not bad. It does look like she's like either really sorry or she's like, don't attack me with the cannons. It's not a bad face. It doesn't really kind of add much to it. Maybe it does when you pose it, but it's not really my favorite. Add this one in. There we go. This is a hey, don't do that type shocking face. There's nothing much major to it. Maybe it adds a little bit to it. Also forgot to mention that there is a badge there, or a brooch. Not the most best face. It's just kind of angry. So I kind of just like this one here. I think that one is my favorite. Here is the accessories. It's the same thing. You take off the head and then you're able to give her the kind of launch pad or surfboard thing or whatever it is, and then obviously I've added the cannon at the back, or the little boat to help steer. You kind of think they would have taken that off, because if it's that far at the back, what's it meant to do in the game? Is it just literally so she can like steer, rudder? I don't know. It's a very kind of weird one. Yeah, it's not too bad, to be fair, but I don't think, like, if I display it, I don't think I'm going to add these parts to it. Maybe this, because that kind of looks cool, but not much. And one thing I will notice, I don't think I actually talked about it, but these kind of move as well. So like that, and like that, and the other one does exactly the same. So yeah, it's not too bad. I just don't think that these accessories kind of work. She does also have like kind of a hand cannon, which obviously goes into the hand. It's not too bad. I like the look of it. It looks like just like a death ray gun or something. But having something like that would be cool in the anime as well as the game. But yeah, that's the kind of accessories that you get with her. And there we go, collectors. There is Kumano. Again, I probably butchered that name, but that is the figure. It's a really nice one. It's very simple. I generally thought there would be more to it, maybe more armor. Again, I really don't like that. Pretty much just the really thin part out there. I generally don't think it's a good part for it. I wish it was a little bit thicker, just because in case if it falls off display and you damage it or something like that, then you know it's a bad one. These things also, this thing mainly, watch out for those, because they will come apart quite easily and they'll just fall off, so make sure that you don't lose it. Therefore it's all kept in one area, and just be careful with it. But leave them in the box if you don't want to attach them. The figure is okay. As I said, I would collect it because obviously I collect these. I think that they're really awesome. They're worth it. There are so many. So I'm hoping that they will stop the line at some point. But I don't know how many characters there are. If you know, please let me know down below in the comments. But yeah, great figure, really nice. The faces could have been a little bit better, I think. I kind of would have liked a winky face, just like the other one, just like hers. I can't see because of the thingy. Her, yeah, that one. But yeah, I think it's kind of cool. I like the figure. Highly recommend it. Definitely worth getting. Just be careful with it. So collectors, I am leaving it there. What are your thoughts on this figure? Would you get it yourself? Would you pass on it? What are your thoughts? Let me know down below in those comments with all the other questions that I've asked you today. And if you like this sort of video, then hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, as well as that notification bell to be notified when there are more videos. And as always, collectors, thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next video, and as always, see you in a bit.